Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to the 1985 season in season ticket baseball. Tonight we are live at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio on June 26, 1985 for a National League West matchup between the San Francisco Giants and the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds come into this game in fourth place in the NL West at 33 and 34. So not quite relevant to the National League West playoff picture yet, but far from out of the conversation. The Giants, however, are a lot more out of the conversation than the Reds are, as they come into this one at a record of 28 and 41. And more bad news for the Giants, the Reds historically won this game 6-4, but we will see what Season Ticket has to say about that. We are expecting a sellout tonight, as Giants fans don't usually travel well, especially when they're quite this bad. But I think we are all set for this one. So let's jump in. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds is Tom Browning. 20-9 with a 3.55 ERA. 261 and a third innings pitched. 155 strikeouts, 73 walks, and 29 home runs in 85. As the Reds start getting loose in the field behind Browning, we will take our first look at the Giants' starting lineup. Starting lineup for the Giants tonight, leading off, Dan Gladden is in center field, Manny Trio is at second base, Chili Davis is in right field, Jeff Leonard is in left field, Bob Brenly's catching, Chris Brown is at third base, David Green is at first base, Jose Uribe is the shortstop, and Mike Krukow is the starting pitcher. Philip Anderson, the official backup record keeper, is first to join us here at Riverfront Stadium. Seattle's record, I have Seattle coming in at 31 and 37, and Cincinnati coming into tonight's block is 33 and 34. So that's what I've got set up for my record keeping. We'll get the lineup reset here. And as usual, I will see you guys at the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Giants tonight is Dan Gladden. 243 average, 7 home runs, 41 RBIs, and 85. We are going to use red, white, and red dice tonight. Reds are the home team. Fans at Riverfront Stadium are allowed tonight. We've got a sea of red and white everywhere for the Reds. Will the Giants get any closer in the division, or can the Reds become relevant to the NL West playoff picture? Only the dice know, and in order to find out what the dice are going to tell us tonight, we have to go to the same place every game starts, and that is the first pitch. And we will start off with a 149, and a 149 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one for the Reds is going to be Milner. He will make the catch. That is out number 1, and we are underway here at Riverfront Stadium. Manny Trio, now the batter. Hopefully you guys can see my buddy Cthulhu up here. Let me check in shot. You guys can just get a glimpse of him, it looks like. Actually, I might be able to put him... No, I was going to put him over by the Reds dugout, but I kind of want to make sure there's space there where I can lay out pitchers when they're warming up. Anyway, Manny Trio, the batter, 224 average, 3 home runs, 25 RBIs, and 85. Browning, looking in it nicely for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 488. Trio against the lefty of 488 is giving me another fly ball into right field. Once again, we're calling Milner's name on that one. He will make that catch as well, and that is out number 2. Two outs, Chili Davis now the batter. 270 average, 13 home runs, 56 RBIs, and 85. Browning looks into nicely once more. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 541, that'll send us over to the second baseman. Second baseman for the Reds is Esther, and a 541 is going to be a nice, easy ground ball right to him. Esther won't have any trouble with that one. He will throw that over to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants here in the top of the first. Score is San Francisco 0, Cincinnati coming to bat. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants tonight is Mike Krakow. 8-11 with a 3.38 ERA, 194 and 2/3 innings pitched, 150 strikeouts, 49 walks, and 19 home runs in 1985. And really, the AL East is probably the most interesting division. Yeah, I would probably say that the AL East is probably where we're going to be spending a lot of time once the schedule gets into September. The West is a dumpster fire. We may see a little bit of the NL East. The West is also a little bit interesting. Coming into tonight's block, the Astros are only a game back of the Dodgers. Actually, they're more than that back. They are 3 back of the Dodgers. My formula in Excel isn't perfect, but the Dodgers are 3 up on the Astros right now coming into tonight's block. So yeah, we'll probably be spending a lot of time in the AL East once we get into September. And while the Giants get loose behind Krakow, we'll take our first look at the Reds starting lineup. Leading off, we've got Gary Redus in left field, Eddie Milner in center field, Pete Rose is at first base, Dave Parker's in right field, Alan Nicely's catching, Dave Concepcion is at shortstop, Ron Ester's at second base, Wayne Krenchicki is at third base, and our starting pitcher, Tom Browning, of course, gets a pitcher batting card. Leading off for the Reds tonight, we have Gary Redus. 252 average, 6 home runs, 28 RBIs, and 85. Redus was responsible for catching the final out in the 1991 World Series as the Pirates defeated the Athletics in 6 games in 91. Krakow will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 341. And Redus this time is going to swing through a changeup for strike 3. That will be out number 1. Eddie Milner now is the batter for the Reds. 254 average, 3 home runs, 33 RBIs, and 85. Krakow looks in at Brenly for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 290. Krakow against the lefty, 290. Uh-oh. Milner thinks he's got a hold of one. That's deep to right field. He's got a power of a 1, though. Can Milner give the Reds the lead with one swing of the bat? No, but Milner will get into that one, and that will be a double into right field. Actually, hold on, let me tally that up again. 11. Actually, that was an 11. I was looking at the speed. But yep, that will still be a double. As Pete Rose now steps into the batter's box, not exactly known for his power. 264 average, 2 home runs, and 46 RBIs in 85. Krakow needs to be careful, though. A hit here could give the Reds the early lead. Krakow will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 373. And a 373 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one for the Giants is Leonard. He will make the catch, and that is out number 2. And here's Dave Parker. 312 average, 34 home runs, 125 RBI, and 85. Krakow will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 686. Oh boy, that's going to turn into a 696. And Parker's going to work a 2-out walk out of the at-bat. Reds now have something going on here in the bottom of the first, but 2 outs in the inning. Here's Alan Nicely, though, the catcher. .253 average, 5 home runs, 26 RBI in 85. Krakow will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 601. That'll turn into a 611. And nicely tries to do too much with the slider. That's strike 3, and that will retire the side. A hit and a walk, but the Reds get nothing out of it. We are scoreless here in Cincinnati after 1. And yeah, those should be good games. And if you recall the 1985 feature game selection show, I stopped when we got to September because I wanted to be able to pick the games on the fly, figuring something like this was going to happen. I also might slow down when we get into September, but I probably won't do any kind of slowing down until the final week of the season, if I do any slowing down. If the races are already decided at that point, then I'm more likely to just want to accelerate and get to the good stuff of the playoffs already. Anywho, that's getting way ahead of ourselves. We have the top of the second here in June to get back to. Leading off for the Giants is Jeffrey Leonard. .241 average, 17 home runs, 62 RBIs in 85. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 194. That could be trouble. Never mind, 194 is just barely going to be a fly ball into right field, but it'll be a fly ball into right field all the same, and Parker will get under that one. He'll make the catch on the run coming in slightly, and that will be out number 1. Bob Brenly now steps into the batter's box. .220 average, 19 home runs, 56 RBIs in 85. Browning will look in it nicely for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 642. And a 642 is going to be a ground ball over to second. That'll be Esther waiting for that one. He will make the play over to first, and that will be out number 2. Chris Brown now steps into the batter's box. .271 average, 16 home runs, 61 RBI in 85. Browning gets the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 605, and a 605 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Once again, we're calling Esther's name on a ground ball. He will get that. He'll throw that over to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants here in the top of the second. And I never got my main season ticket binder. So once I get all this set up and check in with chat, I'm going to go grab that real quick. As DJ John 4444 now joins us here at Riverfront Stadium from the left coast. That could be, well, I'm not going to get into that, but really that could be either coast. Anyway, I'll be right back. Bottom of the second coming up, and Dave Concepcion will be our leadoff batter. .252 average, 7 home runs, 48 RBIs in 85. And as usual, I will see you guys at the top of the third. Krakow will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 180. And a 180 is going to be a wild pitch, ball 1. So we will do it again. This time it's a 252 against a righty. A 252. Concepcion's going to get frozen by a changeup, and that'll be strike 3 for out number 1. Ron Esther now steps into the batter's box. .295 average, 1 home run, 34 RBIs in 85. Krakow will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 388. A 388 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that one for the Giants is Brown. He will throw that across the diamond, and that is out number 2. Wayne Krenchicki now steps into the batter's box for the Reds. 272 average, 4 home runs, 25 RBI in 85. Krukow gets the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 277 against a lefty. 277. Krenchicki thinks he's got a hold of one. That one is deep to right field. Krenchicki with a power of a 5. Does he give the Reds the lead with one swing of the bat? No, that is going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Davis. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds here in the bottom of the second. We remain scoreless here in Cincinnati after 2. We're all set for the top of the third, as we'll be looking at the bottom of the Giants' order. Here's David Green. 248 average, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs in 85. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That's a 577. That could be trouble. That's hit to Reedus. 577. Green's going to get into one, and that's going to be a double into right field. Or left field, I should say. Jose Uribe now steps into the batter's box. 237 average, 3 home runs, 26 RBIs in 85. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 267 against a switch right 267. Uribe thinks he's got a hold of one. That one is deep to center field. Uribe has got a power of a 1. Can he give the Giants the lead with one swing of the bat? No, but that will be a base hit into center field, and the Giants will take an early lead. As Green will come in to score, Uribe will go to first, 1-0 Giants. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here comes Mike Krukow with of course no individual batting stats. He is definitely going to lay down the bunt, and the infield is going to bring the corners in expecting it. So I need to find my bunt strategy here. Okay. Let's see what Krukow can do with the bunt, as the Giants now have a 1-0 lead. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be an 8, 16, 25. 25 is going to be all runners advance. That's grounded over to third base. Krukow has a speed of a 2, so Uribe will make second. And that's over to... Krukow's got a speed of 2 into a third base arm of 2 for Krenchicki. So Krukow's safe if this is a 12. If this totals up to a 12, he's got a speed of a 2. Right, batter safe, batter out if arm is greater than or equal to that. So he's got to beat a 12, which that won't do. So that'll be a sacrifice hit over to third, 1 out in the inning. As Krukow lays down a very effective bunt. Here's Gladden. Gladden tonight is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Uribe waits over at second. Not a threat to do much on the base paths. Browning with a great hold. Uribe will stay. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 600 even, and a 600 even at Riverfront Stadium is going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is Concepcion. He will make the play over to first for out number 2, but Uribe will make third on the play. Two outs, and here's Trio. Trio tonight is 0 for 1. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 169, and a 169 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Coming under that one is going to be Parker. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side, but the Giants strike first here in the top of the third. Score is now 1-0 San Francisco as we get set for the bottom of the third. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little Thursday night baseball tonight. Mike Krukow. Okay. Again, as I've mentioned before, 1985 name pronunciations, not my strong suit. Because at this point in the season, Phoenix Night 1985 was still technically cooking. Never mind. You guys know where I'm going with that. 1985 being my birth year, I was still cooking at that point. I was still gestating, let's put it that way. Anyway, bottom of the third, as Krukow will now be looking at the bottom of the Reds' order. Here's Tom Browning coming up to the plate. Krukow will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 274 against he bats lefty, 274. Uh-oh. Could Browning be helping out his own cause? That's deep to right field. Browning has a power of a 0, though. Could he possibly give the Reds some help with his own bat? No, he's going to lift that one into right field. Going back near the track, somewhat surprisingly for that one, is going to be Davis. He will make the catch, though, for out number 1. Surprised Browning was able to get a hold of that one as much as he did. But alas, that ball is just going to die out there. Browning just does not have the batting power with it. Here's Reedus. Reedus is 0 for 1 tonight. Krukow will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 444 against a righty. 444 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that one is Brown. He will throw that across the diamond for out number 2. And here's Milner. Milner tonight is 1 for 1 with a double. Krukow will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. Into a 447 against a righty. 447 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Grabbing that one is going to be Green. He will take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds here in the bottom of the third. Giants holding on to a 1-0 lead after 3. Was out of high school plus 1 year. Calling Thursday night season ticket baseball. Glad to know. Thank you for the kind words on that, DJ John. And I guess I'm kind of the young dud, as it were, in this broadcast at the moment. Top of the fourth coming up brings us the heart of the Giants' order as Davis steps into the batter's box. Davis is 0 for 1. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here's the windup. And here comes the pitch. That is a 590. That's going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting after that one is going to be Parker. And Parker will have an easy time with it. He won't have to go too far for that one, as the ball will fall into his glove for out number 1. And here's Leonard. Leonard tonight is 0 for 1. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 356. And Leonard's going to get frozen by a curveball for strike 3. That will be out number 2. And here's Brenly. Brenly's 0 for 1. Browning will get the sign from Nicely once again. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 128. That'll turn into a 328. And Brenly's going to bounce that one right back to Browning. Browning will toss that over to Rose at first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants here in the top of the 4th. Still 1-0 as the Reds come up in the bottom of the 4th. Philip Anderson was born in 89. Well, maybe your season will come up maybe your birth year will come up as a season eventually, Philip. Anything can happen, because we will have the summer 2025 sports. I'm calling it the Sports Project Selection Show. After probably a week, probably before the 1985 World Series. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be, because we have to get into the playoffs before I can start nailing down dates. I'll talk a little bit more about this during Pino with Phoenix at the end of this month, but in addition to baseball replays, I'm also going to add football and hockey replays along with boxing tournaments to the sports replay project. So we might start doing a little bit more of those on the channel. Also, DJ John, I'm a little bit curious. I think during the demo game, you were saying you were having problems earning season ticket. I'm curious to know if that's gotten any better for you between watching any videos and maybe the demo game I did. I'm curious to know how much better that's gotten for you. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and just like with the Giants, we're looking at the heart of the Reds order. Here's Rose. Rose tonight is 0 for 1. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Wait a second. Hold on. No, Browning is not getting any sign. Let's try this again. Kruko will get the sign from Brenly. There we go. Kruko will set. Here's the windup. And here comes the pitch. That is a 209. A 209 is going to turn into a 409. And against a righty, a 409 is going to be a leadoff walk for Rose, as his eye works wonders for him. The infield will go to double play depth for the Giants, and here's Dave Parker. Parker tonight also has a walk tonight. Rose might try to get the jump, actually. He's going to try it. He's got a steal of a 1. He's got to beat the hold. He will easily get the jump, and Rose is off to second. He's going to try to swipe the bag. He's got to beat Brenly with an arm of a 4. Rose has a speed of a 4. And Rose is going to get thrown out trying to steal. Brenly sensed something off, so he called for the pitch out, and the throw goes to second. Trio will get that throw. He will get the tag on Rose, and Rose gets caught stealing for the first out of the inning. Stadium barfs. Bleh. Rose tried to get the Reds out of the double play and instead gets caught stealing. 1 out in the inning. Parker will now turn to deal with Kruko. Kruko will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 156. And a 156 is going to be grounded right back to Kruko. He will throw that over to Green at first for the second out of the inning. and here's Nicely. Nicely tonight is 0 for 1. Kruko will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 646. That'll turn into a 656. And that will change the destination of the ground ball, but that will be grounded over to short. Uribe will grab that one. He'll throw that over to first, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the walk for the Reds. Score remains 1-0 San Francisco after 4. And a very demoralizing caught stealing by Pete Rose. It was a good play in theory. The Reds just couldn't get under Brenly's arm. Top of the 5th coming up, and the Giants are looking at the middle of their order, as Brown now the batter. Brown is 0 for 1 tonight. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 586. That'll be hit into center field. Center fielder is Milner, and a 586 is going to be a fly ball. He goes back for that one, back toward the track, but he'll have room before that. He'll make the catch over his shoulder for out number 1. And here's Green. Green tonight has a double and scored the game's only run. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. With a 125, that'll turn into a 325, and Green's going to swing through the curveball for strike 3. That is out number 2. As the curveball almost buckles Green. 2 outs, and here's Uribe. Uribe tonight is 1 for 1 with a single. Browning will get the sign from Nicely once again. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 520, that will be a play over to Nicely, and a 520 is going to be a called strike 3 on Uribe. As Browning nibbles on the corners, gets the call on a slider, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants here in the top of the 5th as we get set for the bottom half of the inning. After I have a chance to take a quick drink. Problem is lack of time. Go back to your childhood game strap. That's totally fair. A little bit you played of season ticket, you've enjoyed. So much that you bought season ticket football. Yeah, I've got a few seasons of season ticket football. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, especially since I've been wrapped up in this replay. But I am planning on exploring at least a little bit of season ticket football once I get done with this replay. And actually, I'm going to start leaning into other stuff on the channel as well. Bottom of the 5th coming up, and we're moving through this game fairly quickly, as Kruko will also be looking at the middle of the Reds' order. Here's Concepcion. Concepcion tonight struck out his first time up. Kruko will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 182, and a 182 is going to be a wild pitch, ball 1. So we'll do it again. That is a 546. That'll send us over to the second baseman. Second baseman is Trio. And a 546 is going to be a base hit into right field. Concepcion could try to extend it. Right fielder is Davis with a forearm. Concepcion, I think, is just going to be content with a single. The Reds need base runners here. The infield will go to double play depth. As here's Esther. Esther tonight is 0 for 1. Concepcion they might try to steal again with him as well. Actually, he's got a bit better speed. Actually, he's got a bit better speed, better steal, but a bit worse speed. They're gonna hold him, but the Reds are gonna do a hit and run here, as Esther doesn't really have that much power. Kruko will get the sign from Renly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 555. That'll be hit over to third base. That is Brown on a 555. That'll be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that, well, Brown will get that one. He'll make the play, and that's out number one. As the hit and run doesn't exactly work, it does move Concepcion over to second since he already had a huge lead. But it does keep the Reds out of the double play. And here's Krenchicki. Krenchicki tonight is 0 for 1. Kruko will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 259. Against a lefty 259 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Grabbing that one is going to be Uribe. He will make the play, and that is out number 2. Concepcion will make third. Unfortunately, an ill-timed ground ball, because here comes Browning to the plate. Browning tonight is 0 for 1. He almost got a hold of one, though. Kruko will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 183. And a 183 is going to be a wild pitch, and the Reds will tie the game. As that one's going to get by Brenly, Concepcion will score on the wild pitch. This game is tied at 1. Stadium cheers. Yay! And now with 2 outs, Kruko will concentrate on Browning. Browning, what? Not enter. Hold on. I think I missed a couple plays here, so... Okay, wait a minute. Krenchicki. Hold up. Let me see what I messed up here. Did I miss something? Hold on. I got to back up here just a second. Oh, I think I see what happened. Looks like I forgot to enter. Let's see, Rose. Hold on, how did Rose score from third? Hold on, wait a minute. Rose got caught stealing in the 4th. Ball 4. Oh, I think I see what happened. So hang on. I got to back. Looks like I got to back a ways up. So hold on. Looks like I got something a little bit screwed up. The game should be tied, but I think I entered the wrong command when Rose got caught stealing in the bottom of the 4th. So hold on. I need to back up a little ways. So bear with me for about a minute. For a couple minutes. This should take me, though, to where I need to turn my laundry, though. So at least I'll get that out of it. Yeah, it looks like I entered the wrong command now that I figured that out. This is also why I keep a paper score sheet. Okay, so Rose should have been caught stealing. Rose goes. It's in time. They got him. Okay, so we got that straight. Okay, so a G13. Then a G6 for nicely. See, anything can happen when I'm live. Fortunately, I was able to realize what happened. And that did affect the score, so I had to back up. So I had to back up a ways. Based on the digital diamond mishap, the Reds would have been up 2-1. But okay, so green with a K. then a KL for Uribe. Right, Concepcion with a 1B9. G5. Then a G6 for 2 outs. Tied now that I've got that straight with Digital Diamond. Okay. So now we're on ball 1. Now that we've got that straight, my apologies for that mishap, folks. Now Kruko will turn and deal with Browning alone. Kruko will set, and he will pitch again. That is a 414 on his I rating of a 3. A 414 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Uribe will grab that one. He will make the catch, and he'll make the play, and that will retire the side. A single and a wild pitch brings in the lone run for the Reds, and this game is tied at 1 after 5. Wow, wild pitch and Phoenix Knight being a derp. You never know what you get when you tune into a Phoenix Knight stream and season ticket baseball. Leading off the top of the 6th is Kruko. Kruko tonight has a sacrifice hit. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 318. 318 is based on the contact rating of a 3, and a 318 is going to be a called strike 3 on Kruko as he gets frozen by a slider for out number 1. And here's Gladden. Gladden tonight is 0 for 2. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 348. And a 348 is going to be a base hit on the infield. That'll be the first point of pitcher fatigue on Browning. The infield will go to double play for the Reds as Trio now steps into the batter's box. Trio is 0 for 2 tonight. Gladden, not much of a threat to steal, although they could try a hit and run here. And I think the Giants are going to try the hit and run here. Hit and run is on. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's a 364. And a 364 is going to be a ground ball over to short. And I believe that changes with the hit and run. Yep. As Gladden managed to get a lead on that one, he will make the play. Trio will make the out will be over to first. 2 outs in the inning. Here's Davis. Davis tonight is 0 for 2. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 595. That sounds like it could be trouble. Well, it could go either way. That's going to be into Parker. 595, never mind, is going to be a fly ball right at Parker. He maybe has to take a couple steps in for that one, but he will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Giants as we get set for the bottom of the 6th. And yes, after I got my little derp sorted out from the bottom of the 4th, we do have a tie game. Unfortunately, before the Reds come to bat, I do need to take a small break as my first load of laundry is ready to get restarted. So I'll be right back. Bottom of the 6th coming up, and we're looking at the top of the Reds order once again. Here's Reedus. Reedus tonight is 0 for 2. Kruko will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 469. Reedus against a righty with the 469. And Reedus is going to get into one. That's going to get all the way to the wall. And Reedus is going to lead off the inning with a triple. That'll force the infield in almost right away. And here's Milner. Milner tonight is 1 for 2 with a double. Kruko looking over to Reedus at third. He's looking very nervous. He will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 433 against a righty. A 433 is going to be a ground ball over to short. I forgot to determine if Reedus was going on contact. He, I think, is going to go on. Actually, he's not going to go on contact. So the runner will hold, and the play will go to short. It'll go to first. One out in the inning. As Reedus holds at third. And here's Rose. Rose tonight is 0 for 1 with a walk, but Rose got caught stealing. Let's see, with the infield in, let's check the arms. Maybe it's smarter to send Reedus on contact. 1, 2, 2. You know what? Reedus is actually going on contact this time. The Reds are going to send him on contact. But Kruko's got to deal with Rose. Kruko will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 274 against a switch left, 274. Uh-oh. Rose thinks he's got a hold of one. That is deep to right field. Rose has a power of a 0, though. Can he give the Reds the lead with one swing of the bat? That is going to be a bloops. That is going to be a base hit into right field, and the Reds are going to take the lead. Reedus will score. Rose will make first. 2-1 in favor of the Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! Parker, now the batter. Parker is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Kruko will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 621. That'll turn into a 631. And that's going to be popped up on the infield. Uribe will get under that one at shortstop. He will make the catch, and that is out number 2. Actually, the infield would have been a double play depth. Here's Nicely. Nicely tonight is 0 for 2. Kruko looking in at Brenly for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 270 against a righty at 270. Uh-oh. He serves another one. He might serve another one up. That is deep to left field. Nicely with a power of a 6. Can he extend this Reds lead? No, he's going to get under that one, lift it into left field. Coming under that for the Giants is going to be Leonard. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Reds take the lead on 1 run and 2 hits. Score is now 2-1 Reds after 6. As the Cincinnati faithful like what they see as their team is trying to get back to 500 to be relevant in the NL West playoff picture. And thank you for stopping by, DJ John. I will catch you later. Taking a quick drink. And the top of the 7th will bring some activity in the Reds bullpen. As starting to get up and get loose for the Reds is going to be... the Reds are going to get John Franco warming up in the bullpen. We're looking at the middle of the Giants' order after I get all of this sorted out. As leading off the top of the 7th for the Giants is Jeff Leonard. Leonard tonight is 0 for 2. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 163, and a 163 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is Parker. He will make the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. Brenly, now the batter. Brenly is 0 for 2. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 664. And that's going to be a ground ball right back to Browning. Browning will fire that over to Rose at first. That is out number 2. Brown, now the batter. Brown is 0 for 2. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 681. That sounds like it's going to be trouble. And a 681. Brown will continue the inning with a base hit. And that'll be the second point of pitcher fatigue on Browning tonight. Here's Green with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Green is 1 for 2 with a double and the Giants' only run. Browning, actually a 686, wouldn't have done anything different. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 677, that'll turn into a 697, I think. And that's going to be a walk. As Browning lets another one on base. That's the third point of pitcher fatigue for Browning. As the Giants have something going on with 2 outs, and they're going to get some activity in the bullpen as starting to get loose for the Giants is going to be... let's see, righty switch lefty. They're going to get Frank Williams warming up in the Giants bullpen. Here's Uribe stepping into the batter's box. Uribe tonight is 1 for 2. Reds are telling Browning, get out of the inning. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 666, that'll turn, oh boy, that's going to be problems. Let's see, 15. That's going to turn into a 681. And a 681 is going to be a base hit. That should bring everybody in. Uribe will make first. No, Green will go to third, but this game is tied at 2. Stadium groans. Ugh. Kruko is going to come out of the game. The Giants are going to go to the bench, and the Reds are going to go to the bullpen here momentarily. As the Giants are going to bring in... they're going to go for power here. I'm just going to make some notes here. The Giants are going to bring Rob Deere in to pinch hit. 185 average, 8 home runs, 20 RBIs, and 85. He will be the pinch hitter. Browning is going to, actually, he's a lefty. They're going to leave Browning in there to face Deere. Franco needs a little more time to get ready. Browning will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, And here comes the pitch. That is a 565. That'll be headed over to shortstop where Concepcion waits for that. And that's going to be a ground ball right to him. He will turn, throw that over to first, and that will retire the side. Stadium sighs. Phew! But the Giants managed to tie this game with 1 run, 2 hits, and a walk. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Feel free to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. As usual, I won't torture you guys with my rendition of it, but I will take a small break. And that tie game, that break will include me going to check laundry again. ID Jester now joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. No, Jester, you don't have to worry about missing me singing because I'm probably not going to be torturing you guys with my rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. But after tonight's game, we'll still have to ask our friends at Fast Score how the rest of the majors fared. As for videos coming up, got a few announcements about that. Our next game in 1985 will be our last block of June, as it'll be June 30th, 1985. We are going back over to the American League, and we're heading over to I believe it's Kauffman Stadium in 1985. Let me double check that. It's Royals Stadium, actually, in Kansas City, Missouri, for an American League West matchup between the California Angels and the Kansas City Royals. Ron Romanek will be going for the Angels, and Mark Gubizka will be on the hill for the Royals. Also coming up on the channel, I decided what I'm going to do on both my Saturday morning slot and Wednesday next week. So Saturday morning, we're going to jump forward in time about 25 years into 2011, as we're going to be revisiting Fall Classic Baseball on the channel by ASG Games. for a National League matchup between the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. Giovanni Gallardo will be on the hill for the Brewers in that matchup, and Dustin Mosley will be on the hill for the Padres in that game. Brewers, Padres in 2011, that's Saturday morning. As for Wednesday next week, actually, let me make sure I've got a ticker block out. Oh, I've got a ticker block already, never mind. As for Wednesday next week, I alluded to not being sure what I was going to do. I was originally going to do Fall Classic next week on Wednesday, but as I'm doing that on the Saturday morning slot due to Mystical Munchies, my Wednesday video next week is actually going to be game number 1 on my War Room 10-game challenge as we play Cthulhu Wars Duel by Peterson Games. I'll mention that again, of course, at the end of the video. Bottom of the 7th coming up, and once I tab back in, Digital Diamond is yelling at me that the Giants need a new pitcher. So coming in to pitch for the Giants, once it decides to cooperate with me, will be Frank Williams, 2-4 with a 4.19 ERA, 73 innings pitched, 54 strikeouts, 35 walks, 5 home runs, and 85. Leading off the bottom of the 7th is Concepcion. Concepcion is 1 for 2 with a single and scored on a wild pitch. Scored the first Reds run. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 321, and a 321 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Davis will get under that one for the Giants. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 1. Here's Esther. Esther tonight is 0 for 2. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 666, which will turn into a 676, and that's going to be a base hit, as Esther will get on. The infield will go to double play depth, as stepping into the batter's box now is Krenchicki. Krenchicki tonight is 0 for 2. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 245 against a lefty 245. That is going to be a base hit. A 1B plus should end up with Esther at second, Krenchicki at first. Let's just double check that. Yep. And Browning is absolutely coming out of the game. There's no way. California and Kansas City will be 2 of the top teams in the AL West. Actually, as of right now, they are the top 2 teams. But if the playoffs were to start today, only the Angels would be in because the Royals right now are at 500. And remember, you have to have a winning record to make the playoffs, or the playoffs will be modified. Browning is going to come out of the game, though, as the Reds are going to go to the bench. They want to get these runs in. And coming in to bat for the Reds is going to be Nick Isaski. 262 average, 21 home runs, 66 RBI in 1985. I'm just noting it on my score sheet. There we go. Okay, now that we've got that all sorted out, Williams knows he's got to be careful here. A mistake could very easily end up in the stands. Reds fans at Riverfront Stadium are loud, hoping for a big-time hit. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 205, which will turn into a 405 against a righty, and a 405 against a righty. The bases are now full of Reds. Wow. That is definitely going to force the infield in, as Riedus is now the batter. Riedus tonight is 1 for 3, but he's got a triple. The Reds would love to see another triple to clear the bases. Fans at Riverfront Stadium on their feet. Runner is going on contact. He has to with the bases loaded. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 630. That'll turn into a 640. And that's going to be a base hit with the infield playing in, and the Reds are going to take the lead. Riedus is going to come through. Esther will score. Krenchicki will score. Isaski to second. Riedus to first. Right? Yep. 4-2 in favor of the Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! Batter now is Milner, as the infield is going to go back to double play depth. Hold on. Okay. Milner now the batter. Milner tonight is 1 for 3. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 466 against a righty with a 466. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at third base is going to be Brown. He will make the catch, and that is out number 2. Rose now steps into the batter's box. Rose tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Williams trying to get out of the inning. He will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 318, and a 318 is going to be a base hit on the infield. Once again, the bases are full of Reds. At least they should be here. Yep, the bases are going to end up full of Reds. Batter now is Parker. Parker tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. Giants are going to get some activity in the bullpen, as starting to get loose for the Giants is going to be Mark Davis. Fans at Riverfront Stadium are loud once again. They're hoping for a big-time hit to blow this game wide open. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set. Here comes the pitch. 232 against the lefty at 232 is going to be lined right to second. Putting up his glove and self-defense's trio, the ball will slam into it, but the Reds take the lead. 2 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits and a walk. Score is now 4-2 Cincinnati after 7. The fans are liking that. Checking in with chat. The Royals right now are 34 and 34. They're at 500 even. Coming back to business tonight, though, the Reds need a pitcher. That's right. And Digital Diamond, I know, is yelling at me about that. Coming in to pitch for the Reds tonight, Coming to pitch for the Reds is going to be John Franco. 12-3 with a 2.18 ERA, 99 innings pitched, 61 strikeouts, 40 walks, 5 home runs, and 85. Manny Trio leads off the top of the 8th. Trio is 0 for 3 tonight. Franco will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 668. That'll be a wild pitch, ball 1. We'll do it again. Let's see, 356. And a 356 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Grabbing that one is going to be Concepcion. He will make the play for out number 1. And here's Davis. Davis is 0 for 3 tonight. Franco will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. 179. 179 is going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at first base is going to be Rose. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. Two outs in the inning, and here's Leonard. Leonard tonight is 0 for 3. Franco gets the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 6-12. And a 6-12 is going to be a called strike 3. Splitter gets enough of the zone, and as Franco gets the call, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants here in the top of the 8th. The Reds are trying to keep up with the Dodgers, the Astros, and the Padres. The Reds actually are 1 game under 500, but they look like they're going to get to 500 coming out of this game. Speaking of the Reds, they're going to get some activity in the bullpen, as starting to get loose for the Reds is going to be Ted Power, the closer. Before we get there, though, we have to go through the bottom of the 8th inning, and they will be looking at the middle of their order as Nicely steps into the batter's box. Nicely tonight is 0 for 3. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 551. That'll be over to third base. That's Brown. And it's going to be a ground ball right to him. Maybe ranging to his left a couple steps, but he will get that easily, and that'll be out number 1. Concepcion, now the batter. Concepcion tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and scored on a wild pitch. Williams gets the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 129. That's going to turn into a 329, and that's going to be a base hit on the infield for Concepcion. And that'll be the first point of pitcher fatigue against Williams. Here's Esther. Esther tonight is 1 for 3. The infield will go to double play depth. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 660. That'll turn into a 675. And a 665 is going to be a base hit into center field. Concepcion could try to stretch that to third if he wants to. Center fielder for the Giants is Gladden. He's got a 2-arm. Concepcion's going to hold. Concepcion will be content at second base. That'll be the second point of pitcher fatigue against Williams tonight. Krenchicki, now the batter. Krenchicki tonight is 1 for 3. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is, oh boy, that's a 6 That's a 696, we're going to call that. That'll turn into a 716, and that's going to be deep to center field. Krenchicki thinks he's got a hold of one. He's got a power of a 5. Does he blow the game open for the Reds? $10, 5 is 15. No, he's going to get under that one just enough that Gladden will have room for that one. We'll have room to get that one back toward the track, but he'll track it down for out number 2. Franco is going to come out of the game. The Reds are going to go to the bench once again. And coming in to bat for the Reds is going to be Dwayne Walker. 167 average, 2 home runs, 6 RBI, and 85. Williams will get the sign from Brenly. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 349. And Walker's going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. That will retire the side. Hang on. That will retire the side. No runs on 2 hits. We are still at 4-2 Cincinnati after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Checking in with chat. Yeah, that was kind of my thought. They don't need to push too much. Just hold them at second. Reds need a pitcher, as they'll be looking at the middle of the order. Coming in to pitch for the Reds, will be Ted Power. 8-6 with a 2.70 ERA, 27 saves. 80 innings pitched, 42 strikeouts, 45 walks, 2 home runs, and 85. I will finish updating all of this. And Brenly will be the batter to lead off for the Giants. Brenly tonight is 0 for 3. Power will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 419 against a righty. A 419 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Concepcion will get to that one. He will make the throw over to first, out number 1. Brown is now the batter. Brown tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. Power will get the sign from Nicely once again. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 336. And Brown's going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3, out number 2. And the last chance for the Reds comes down to David Green. Green is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Fans at Riverfront Stadium are loud, hoping Power can finish this game. He will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. He will kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 119, and it's a ground ball over to third. Getting to that one is going to be Krenchicki. He'll step to his left. Pump once, pump twice, throw to first. That's your game. The Cincinnati Reds will get back to 500 with a 4-2 victory over the Giants. Stadium cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up. For the Reds, 4 runs on 10 hits and no errors. For the Giants, 2 runs and 5 hits on no errors. Winning pitcher tonight is going to be Tom Browning. Frank Williams will take the loss. John Franco gets a hold, and Ted Power will get a save tonight. But of course, we are not done yet because we still have to ask our friends at Fast Score how the rest of the majors fared. As usual, I'm just going to do my cleanup before we get to that. Giants and the Braves are both in similar places record-wise. Coming into tonight's action, the Braves are at 30 and 38. The Giants are at 28 and 41. They're both dwelling in the basement of the NL West. One thing I will personally be watching is the fall from grace that the Pirates and the Athletics have both had. I was thinking about it earlier this morning, where in my 1991 season replay, the Pirates and the A's were the last two teams standing and gave us a great World Series that went 6 games. And now they're looking like they're going to be the first two teams eliminated from the playoff picture. We'll see how badly that turns out for them, though. All right, Fast Score. Actually, once I bring my drink over. All right, Fast Score. How did the rest of the majors fare? Let's find out, shall we? We are still on June 26th. Tigers and the Red Sox. Tigers, 1146, that is 5. Red Sox, 1246 is also 5. Already, they will go to extras. Tigers roll a 5, -1 is 4. Boston rolls a 3, -4 is -1. That'll be a win for the Tigers, in extras. Indians and the Angels are both 12s. Indians roll a 31, that is 4. Angels roll a 16, that is 2. And that's a win for the Angels. Let's see. Red Sox, Tigers, Indians, Angels. I'm trying to keep my ticker tracker moving as fast as I can as well. Royals and the Twins. Royals, 1215, that is 2. Twins, 426, that is 3. And that's a win for the Twins. Orioles and the Yankees. Orioles, 1336, that is 5. Yankees, 1644, that is 6. And the Yankees get that win. White Sox and the Athletics. White Sox, 961, that is 6. Athletics, 1462, that is 8. And the Athletics win that one. Rangers and the Mariners. Rangers, 1445, that is 6. Mariners, 1733, that is 5. The Rangers get that win. Brewers and the Blue Jays. Brewers, 562, that is 6. Blue Jays, 1746, that is also 6. They will go to extras. Brewers roll a 2 plus 1 is 3. Blue Jays roll a 5 plus 0. That'll be a win for the Blue Jays in extras. Mets and the Cubs. Mets, 1553, that is 7. Cubs, 631, that is 3. And that's a win for the Mets. Braves and the Astros. Braves, 626, that is 2. Astros, 1966, that is 12. That is a lot more than 2, but that'll do for the Astros. Cardinals and the Phillies. Cardinals, 1235, that is 4. Phillies, 653, that is 5. The Phillies win that one. Expos and the Pirates. Expos, 163, that is 5. Pirates, 913 is 1. The Expos win that one. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers, 736, that is 4. Padres, 231 is 2. The Dodgers win that game. On to June 27th, Brewers and the Blue Jays. Brewers, 431, that is 2. Blue Jays, 1155 is 6. The Blue Jays take that win. Wait a second, I think I misentered a record here for the Expos. They should have had a win, not a loss. Okay. Mets and the Cubs. Mets, 922, right? Yes, 922, that is 2. Cubs, 833, that is 3. And the Baby Bears win that one. Giants and the Reds. Giants, 421, that is 1. Reds, 1023 is 3. The Reds get that win. Braves and the Astros. Braves, 861, that is 6. Astros, 1215 is 2. The Braves take that game. Cardinals and the Phillies. Cardinals, 935, that is 4. Phillies, 1226, that is 3. And the Cardinals get that win. Expos and the Pirates. Expos, 1153, that is 6. Pirates, 546 is 4. The Expos take that win. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers, 1933, that is 5. Padres, 314 is 1. The Dodgers win that one. On to June 28th, Orioles and the Red Sox. Orioles, 1532, that is 4. Red Sox, 1466 is 11. And the Red Sox get a much-needed win. Twins and the White Sox. Twins, 1241, that is 5. White Sox, 1311 is 0. And the Twins shut out the White Sox. Blue Jays and the Tigers. Blue Jays, 843, that is 4. Tigers, 343, that is 3. The Bluebirds tame the Kitty Cats on that one. Angels and the Royals. Angels, 316, that is 1. Royals, 662, that is 6. And that's a win for the Royals. Brewers and the Yankees. Brewers, 515, that is 1. Yankees, 1554, that is 7. And the Yankees get that win. Indians and the Mariners are both 13s. Indians roll a 56, that is 7. Mariners roll a 41, that is 5. The Indians will get that win. Athletics and the Rangers. Athletics, 1543, that is 6. Rangers, 913 is 1. The Athletics win that game. Braves and the Dodgers. Braves, 921, that is 2. Dodgers, 1165, that is 9. The Dodgers win that one in a blowout. Phillies and the Expos. Phillies, 731, that is 3. Expos, 865, that is 8. And the Expos will get that win. Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs, 1454, that is 7. Pirates, 631 is 3. The Cubs managed to stop the Pirates from hanging the Jolly Roger. Reds and the Padres. Reds, 764, that is 7. Padres, 1046 is 5. And that game, too, belongs to the Reds. Astros and the Giants. Astros, 1023, that is 3. Giants, 541, that is also 3. They will go to extras. Astros roll a 1 plus 0. Giants roll a 4 minus 1 is 3. That's a win for the Giants in extras. Mets and the Cardinals. Mets, 041, that is 2. Cardinals, 1014 is 1. The Mets get that win. Getting thirsty. As we move in to June 29th, Orioles and the Red Sox. Orioles, 1164, that is 8. Red Sox, 1635, that is 5. The Orioles get that win. Twins and the White Sox. Twins, 854, that is 5. White Sox, 1224, that is 3. And the Twins get that win. Hold on. Did the White Sox only play twice this round? No, they didn't. Nope, they should be 0-3. Okay, I knew something wasn't making sense there. Blue Jays and the Tigers. Blue Jays, 10-15, that is 2. Tigers, 13-46, that is 6. And the Kitty Cats tame the Bluebirds. Angels and the Royals will see these two teams tomorrow night. Angels, 11-23 is 3. Royals, 5-12 is 0. And that's a win for the Angels. Brewers, let me get that out of the way. Brewers and the Yankees. Brewers, 8-11 is 0. Yankees, 16-42, that is 6. And the Yankees win that game. Indians and the Mariners are both 7s. Indians roll a 45, that is 4. Mariners roll a 52, that is 5. And the Mariners manage to avoid going winless in this block. Athletics and the Rangers. Athletics, 15-46, that is 6. Rangers, 7-35, that is 3. And the Athletics will manage to double up the Rangers. Braves and the Dodgers. Braves, 5-24, that is 2. Dodgers, 9-46, that is 5. The Dodgers will win that game. Phillies and the Expos. Phillies, 943, that is 4. Expos, 642, that is also 4. Hold on, 943. Yeah, 943. Wait. Yeah, 943 is 4, 642. Yep, both 4s, so they will go to extras. Phillies roll a 4, minus 4 is 3. Expos roll a 4 plus 1 is 5. That'll be a win for the Expos in extras. Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs, 12-44, that is 5. Pirates, 11-42, that is also 5. They will go to extras. Cubs roll a 6 plus 0. Pirates roll a 2, minus 2 is 0. That'll be a win for the Cubs in extras. Reds and the Padres. Reds, 5-46, that is 4. Padres, 6-12 is 0. And that game in this block belongs to the Reds. Reds did well in this block. Astros and the Giants. Astros, 10-66, that is 10. Giants, 6-11 is 0. And the Astros beat up on the Giants. Last game of the block, Mets and the Cardinals. Mets, 8-33, that is 3. Cardinals, 10-26, that is also 3. They will go to extras. Mets roll a 1 plus 0. Cardinals roll a 1 plus 0. By virtue of the home team, the Cardinals will win that one in extras. And that will do it for Block 21 of 1985 season ticket baseball. Plenty of great baseball action coming up on the channel, as tomorrow night we will be at Royals Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri for an American League West matchup between the California Angels and the Kansas City Royals. Ron Romanek will be on the hill for the Angels, and Mark Kubizka will be on the mound for the Royals. Saturday morning, we will be at Petco Park in circa 2011 for a National League matchup in Fall Classic Baseball between the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. Giovanni Gallardo will be going in that matchup for the Brewers, and Dustin Mosley will be on the hill for the Pirates. Sunday will continue the winter campaign in Arkham Horror the card game with the fourth scenario, On Thin Ice. Saturday afternoon will feature the last recipe for mystical munchies out of the Marvel Eat the Universe cookbook with the dessert, Spider-Man's New York City cheesecake. And Wednesday next week will feature Game 1 on my War Room 10-game challenge as we play Cthulhu Wars Duel by Peterson Games. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Cincinnati Reds managed to climb back into the National League West race with a 4-2 win over the San Francisco Giants. Once again, take care.